This lecture is also available in the Urdu and Hindi language. If you want to watch in the Urdu and Hindi language, you can take the link in the description of this video. Today our topic is INVT inverter wiring diagram. In this lecture we will study wiring diagram of the inverter. Let's go on the wiring diagram. You can see this is the wiring diagram of the inverter, and this is the diagram of the inverter, and you can see in the left side all the input of the inverter, and in the right side is also all the output of the inverter. So we will start from the input side. You can see this is a RST. This is the input power. If your inverter is 3 phase or 1 phase, you have to give power on RST points. Okay, and you can see this is a 3 phase inverter, and you can give 380 volt plus minus 15%, and hertz will be 50 or 60. Okay, and this is a propositional protection circuit. You can see this is a here, and you can see this is a power supply like 2 phase, 3 phase or 1 phase, and this is a circuit breaker, and this is a contactor, and this is a input EMC filter, and this is a inverter. By these component your supply will be safe for inverter. If there any fault in power supply, your inverter will be safe due to this breaker, contactor and filter. Okay, it is called propositional protection circuit. Okay, and next one is S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6 and S7. This is the 7 inputs of the inverter, and by these inputs you can control the inverter by terminals. Like if I want to run the inverter by forward direction, I will give the power supply at S1. If I want to give the command of the reverse direction, then I will give the input to S2. Okay, you can use 7 input by changing in parameters. You can set the all the input by setting the parameter. You can see the my previous lecture number 1 of it. And this is a common, if you are using internal power supply of the inverter, you have to use common and 24 volt. Okay, you have to this is the internal circuit, and you have to give the common point to all the input switches. Okay, this is the internal power supply of 24 volt. Okay, and this one is the analog input. If you want to control the frequency of the inverter by terminals, you have to use AI1, AI2. It means the analog input 1, analog input 2. You can use any one by setting the parameter in parameter, and you can see this is a using internal analog supply. This is a power supply for frequency setting, and this is a ground. These are 2 points, and this is the output to go input side. Okay, as you know, there are 2 type of the input analog values is 0 to 10 volt and 0 to 20 milliampere or 4 to 20 milliampere. And you can use a J16. This is the 3 points. V is the center point, and this is I is the input current. Okay, if you want to use 0 to 10 volt, you have to jump center point to V point. Okay, and if you want to use input 0 to 20 milliampere, you have to use center point to I. You will jump to each other. Okay, this is our input analog value for controlling frequency by terminals. Okay, and P is the ground, and this is the upper side is the braking resistor. As you know, every motor has its inertia. When inverter will command to stop, but your motor will not stop, it will take some rotation due to inertia. If you want to take exact position motor stop, you have to use braking resistant or DC reactor. These are 3 point P1 plus M minus. Okay, and this side is the output side of the inverter, and all the point will get output. First one is the VUVW. This is the output of the power output for motor from inverter. You have to direct attach the motor. Okay, and PV is this the ground, and this is the output, analog output. If you want to take 0 to 20 milliampere or 0 to 10 volt, you have to use AO, analog output 1, analog output 2. Okay, this is the same like JH15, S17, like J16. If you want to use ampere, then you have to jump ampere and center point. If you want to use voltage, you have to connect voltage and center point with each other. Okay, and this is a high speed for output, HDO and common. Okay, this is the optocoupler output. This is a RS485 communication. If you want to connect your inverter by PLC, by any other controller, you want to do communication, then you have to use this 2 point RS485. Okay, and this is a relay output point. There are 2 points. These are switching. If your inverter give any alarm, then this relay will be switches. You can give the command to PLC. You also control your power by this relay output. If your inverter will show some fault, then this relay will switch. I will be off the lecture. You can raise a question on comment box. Yeah, you also send a message on our WhatsApp number. Okay, bye.